Blade Runner 2049 is a 2017 American neo-noir science fiction movie directed by Denis Villeneuve and written by Hampton Fancher and Michael Green. Blade Runner 2049, the long-awaited sequel to Ridley Scott's 1982 sci-fi classic, arrived in theaters in 2017, and critics and audiences were enthralled. Since it started production, the plot of this film has been kept under very stringent wraps, and for very good reason, as part of the fun of watching this film is peeling off the layers of mystery upon mystery.
Get up. Do your fucking job.
Since Blade Runner is one of those movies that has a lot of twists and turns, and these twists and turns make the ending of the movie very interesting. Today, we're here with an agenda of explaining Blade Runner's ending. Before moving further, make sure that you've subscribed to our channel, and also hit the bell icon, because if you're a movie freak, you surely don't want to miss any of our videos. Before jumping right into the ending, let's discuss the plot and cast of this movie, so everything in the end feels well blended.
I'm here for Mr. Wallace. I'm Love.
He named you.
This movie is a sequel to the 1982 Blade Runner, and this movie stars Ryan Gosling and Harrison Ford.
I just have some questions.
What questions?
Other cast members of the movie are Ana de Armas, Sylvia Hoeks, Robin Wright, Mackenzie Davis, Carla Juri, Lenny James, David Bautista, and Jared Leto in supporting roles. Ford and Edward James Olmos reprise their roles from the original. Gosling plays Kay, a Nexus 9 replicant Blade Runner who uncovers a secret that threatens to destabilize society and the course of civilization. 30 years after the events of the first Blade Runner, this movie revolves around a new Blade Runner who was an LAPD officer named Kay. Kay unearths a long-buried secret that has the potential to plunge what's left of society into chaos. Kay's discovery leads him on a quest to find Rick Deckard, a former LAPD Blade Runner who has been missing for 30 years.
Just a moment.
Blade Runner 2049 premiered on October 3, 2017, at the Dolby Theater in Los Angeles. Although, following the 2017 Las Vegas Strip shooting, the red carpet events were canceled before the screening. This movie is rated R by the Motion Picture Association of America for violence, some sexuality, nudity, and language. Blade Runner 2049 grossed $92.1 million in the United States and Canada and $168.4 million in other territories, for a worldwide total of $260.5 million, against a production budget between $150 and $185 million. The projected worldwide total the film needed to gross to break even was estimated to be around $400 million, and in November 2017, The Hollywood Reporter wrote that the film was expected to lose the studio as much as $80 million.
She's real. I want to be real for you.
Blade Runner 2049 was well received by the American press, and various US publications included the film in their end of 2017 lists. Critical reviews compared the sequel favorably to Blade Runner as a worthy successor, advancing the franchise mythos, though some were conflicted over the pacing and tonal shifts of the story, and the film drew occasional disapproval from reviewers who felt it lacked the spectacle and dramatic depth of his predecessor, since the Blade Runner 1982 was popular internationally and garnered a cult following. That movie's dark style and futuristic designs have served as a benchmark, and its influence can be seen in many subsequent science fiction films, video games, anime, and television programs. So those were the basic things you need to know about the movie to grasp the ending. For those of you who don't remember, at the end of Blade Runner 2049, Kay managed to discover that he had been caught up in a conspiracy, with one group of replicants expecting that he will trace down the child of Rick Deckard and Rachel, thus ushering in a new age where replicants are respected on the same level as humanity, and the Wallace Corporation, who want to dissect the child and use it as a template to breed a new workforce of replicants. In the end, Kay, after killing Niander Wallace's top helper, Love, rescues Deckard and tells him that he should be safe since the Wallace Corporation will assume he died in an accident. The two make their way to the memory-making facility, where Kay has figured out that Dr. Anna Stelline is Deckard's daughter. Kay made this realization after piecing together that his reminiscence of the horse and fighting off bullies was not his childhood, but Anna's.
They all think it's about more detail, but that's not how memory works.
Because Deckard eclipsed the records due to the blackout in 2022, and due to her autoimmune condition, which she may or may not actually have, but could have been an excuse to protect her. For those of you who want to know what the blackout actually was, after Anna's birth, there was a moment in time called the blackout. It's not mentioned why it happened, but there were 10 days of darkness.
I showed him how to scramble the records, cover their tracks.
Every machine had stopped cold, and when the lights came back, they were wiped clean. Photos, files, every bit of data, bank records too. After this, the information of the girl was lost to time. Even Deckard couldn't have found her if he wanted to. Nonetheless, Anna has remained safe, but also ignorant of her true parentage. Kay stays outside the facility and dies from his injuries, while Deckard goes inside to meet his daughter. It was actually a bittersweet ending, but it comes to a decisive conclusion about its characters. Kay's journey from replicant to human is defined by his actions, slowly moving away from being a trained killer to hunt down his own kind, and instead discovering that there's something out there worth fighting for. What's more, the movie provides a worthwhile twist by leading you to believe that Kay might be Deckard's son, but then having Kay learn that it was a daughter who was hidden away. This changes the complexion of the story from one of destiny to one where he must actively choose to do the right thing and help Deckard even if it means dying.
Because we were being hunted. I didn't want our child found.
This also intertwines quite nicely with Kay's love story, where everything is rooted in sacrifice. Kay's love for Joy can't be fully reconciled until it reaches a point where he might actually lose her. This film, too, doesn't directly address the question of is Deckard a replicant? The reason it doesn't is that it doesn't matter. Regardless of whether Deckard is a replicant or a human, he can so show emotions of love and is ready to sacrifice everything for the sake of it. If everything Deckard does is human, we believe that one of the central themes of the movie franchise is to address the question of what is being alive.
It's 2:45.
And Deckard, Rachel, Kay, regardless of what they were all alive. Also, in this movie, we learned that a hunter had become the hunted and that he had gone into exile to keep Anna safe. Although he had to fake his death to meet his daughter, this meeting at least provides Deckard with some solace and hope, two things he had pretty much given up on. Some people will look at the ending and see it as a cliffhanger. Questions like, where do Deckard and Anna go from here? Questions like, where do Deckard and Anna go from here? Will the replicant uprising begin? How will the Wallace Corporation react? Feel largely beside the point. The finer details of how the world of Blade Runner 2049 operates tend to be left by the curb in favor of themes and tone, and it largely pulls it off. No one knows where this story goes from here, and to be honest, we're not sure if we want a sequel. 2049 feels like such a delicate balancing act in terms of picking up the story from a beloved movie and carrying it forward that another sequel might feel like tempting fate. Everything apart from the message of this movie is cliche, as it focuses on the fact that a human's ability to choose for him or herself is one of the defining factors. So guys, that was our explanation of Blade Runner's ending. What are your views about this movie? What was the most thrilling thing about this movie for you? Do you like the way it ended? We're eager to know your opinions on the movie, so please hop into the comment section below. Your suggestions play a vital role in helping us create better content for you, so do not forget to give your feedback. If you like this video, hit hit the like button and do consider subscribing because more interesting content awaits your attention. That's been it from our side, and we'll catch you guys in the next one. Until then, peace!